Hi guys, it's Mr. Sean. Did you know that over half the people that watch this channel aren't subscribed yet? Did you also know that subscribing is the best and easiest way to help this channel? Please help me get to my goal this year of 1,000 subscribers. It's just a little click for you, but it means an awful lot to me. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is I, your host, Mr. Sean, here today with another Dynasty Warriors top 5 list, because I hope that if I keep making these, eventually you'll love this game series just as much as I do. If you haven't played it before, Dynasty Warriors is a game series that depicts a romanticized version of the Romance of Three Kingdoms, which itself shows a romanticized version of the Three Kingdoms period in China, directly after the Han Dynasty, where the land was divided into three main kingdoms: Shu, Wu, and Wei. Many legendary heroes would rise during this time, some even being considered gods in the modern age. And today, we're going to rank the top 5 women of Dynasty Warriors. While there have been female playable characters since day one in Dynasty Warriors, every single game has introduced even more to the roster. But as stated in previous lists, with so many playable characters, not all can be created equal, and here are my top 5. If you want to know how I rank these, let's say that it's 20% looks, 20% gameplay, and 60% character development. Yeah, let's go with that. And also remember, if you're a fan of gorgeous, powerful women, be sure to check out my eBay and Mercari for all my spicy hero clicks. At number 5 we have Diao Chan. Please forgive me, but I am going to be using the more Anglicanized naming structure here, as their actual names are very hard for me to pronounce, so I'm going to kind of go with the way they used to say them back when I started playing in Dynasty Warriors 3. But yes, back to the list. Number 5 is Diao Chan. While in actuality a combination of several historical figures, in Romance of the Three Kingdoms and therefore Dynasty Warriors, Diao Chan is a harem girl who is extremely skilled at dancing, who seduces the mighty warrior Lu Bu and convinces him to betray his adoptive father, the evil Dong Zhuo. While folklore presents many different accounts of what happened to Diao Chan after Dong Zhuo was slain, the games typically show her staying by Lu Bu's side as he then wanders aimlessly trying to find fights worthy of his battle prowess. Diao Chan is very important to the series because she was the very first playable female character all the way back in Dynasty Warriors 1. It could be stated that she shared this honor with Sun Shangzhong, who was also playable. However, you had to use cheat codes, and she did not have an actual ending story in the fighting game, making Diao Chan the only readily available and fully developed female character at the story's start. While originally being nothing more than a bit of a mini-boss on the Hulao Gate level of Dynasty Warriors games alongside Lu Bu and Dong Zhuo in the beginning of the games, she has since become a more fleshed-out character and had her own personality as well as storylines and supporting roles alongside the characters of the game. Her main weapons range from everything from 2 Chinese paper lantern-looking maces to a new segmented pole whip of sorts. Diao Chan is a mainstay of the series, and while considered to be fictional, she is rated as one of the 4 great beauties of Chinese history. While not specifically one of my favorite characters per se, I know she is a very important part of Dynasty Warriors as a whole, and therefore I could not make this list without putting her on it. However, it only gets her to the number 5 spot. At number 4 we have Lian Shi. Known historically as Lady Bu, Lian Shi was the wife of Wu leader Sun Quan, who inherited the role as leader of King of Wu from his brother Sun Ce and his father Sun Jian after they both died early on in the Romance of Three Kingdoms. Making her playable debut armed with a crossbow in Dynasty Warriors 7, she is originally depicted as one of Lady Sun Shangjiang, the sister of Sun Quan's, bodyguards, who later fell in love with and married Sun Quan. While like many of the ladies of the Wu Kingdom, Lian Shi was made into the game specifically to be the love interest of a male character. She was designed to appear older and more matronly than the other characters in the Wu Kingdom storyline. This more mature appearance and attitude has made her an instant hit with fans. So, if you love matronly crossbow-wielding warriors with big mommy milkers, maybe you'll like Lian Shi. At number 3, we have the Shu Kingdom's own Yu Ying, the wife of famed strategist Zhuge Liang. While historically it was said that she was a rather unattractive yet brilliant woman whose intellect is what attracted Zhuge Liang to her, of course there are no unattractive people in Dynasty Warriors, and since she has been retconned to be a total hottie. But her makeover has not dulled her keen mind. First playable in Dynasty Warriors 4, she is said in-game to have been the developer of the Juggernaut, a weapon of war that breathes fire, and is shown to be equal in intellect and strategy to her husband. Most often equipped with a pole arm, she has proven to be a very fun character to play in the game. Well, again, not necessarily one of my favorite characters to play, as she was one of the first women actually given a personality beyond just being merely the wife of a male character in the game. I have to give Yu Ying a spot on this list. At number 2, we have Xin Ji of the Kingdom of Wei. Originally the wife of Yuan Ji, she would later go on to be the first wife of the heir to the Wei Kingdom, Cao Pi. This haughty noblewoman made her debut in Dynasty Warriors 3, brandishing a golden flute as her weapon. While certainly added to up the sex appeal of the character roster in the game, unlike other female characters at the time, she showed up in almost every single battle her kingdom was involved in. This alone would make her significant in the history of the game, but another interesting fact is unlike most female characters in the game, who are merely just added in to be either the love interests or children of male characters, her introduction to the game was a full 2 entries earlier than her husband as a playable character. Cao Pi would not become a playable character until Dynasty Warriors 5, and Yuan Ji is still not a playable character in the series. And so for being the only character to be introduced before her male counterpart as a playable character, Xin Ji earns the number 2 spot. And at number 1 we have Zhu Rong, the queen of the Nanman tribes and wife of Nanman king Meng Huo. While a purely fictitious creation for Romance of the Three Kingdoms, for which Dynasty Warriors is based upon, Zhu Rong holds the unique privilege of being the only female character in the game who actually took part in battles in Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Introduced in Dynasty Warriors 3, she is quickly shown to be the brains and driving force behind the ambition of King Meng Huo. Said to be descended from the god of fire, her fiery temper is matched only by her skill in combat with her unique weapon, which is a giant boomerang. So all of that alone would be enough to get her the top spot, but I'll be honest, of all the characters in the game, I like the way she looks the best. Something about a fiery, spirited, ambitious, jungle Amazon queen is just top notch. I mean, I know I said it was only going to be like 20% looks, but let's be honest, she's a fun character to play as. The Nanman levels of the game have always been my favorite just because they offer a unique setting and interesting gameplay, plus the inclusion of elephants, which you don't see in other parts of the games. And while she's only usually ever a mini-boss in comparison to her husband Meng Huo, it's definitely just something utterly unique in the series that is highly enjoyable, and I just think she adds an awful lot to the series. So Zhu Rong gets number 1. And that's the video today, guys. What did you think? Did you think I got it right, or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hey, if you haven't already, click that like button. I hope my video inspires you to give Dynasty Warriors a try. Depending on which one you have, don't start with 9. 9's not the best one to start at. Maybe start with 8 on the PS4. 7's also good. Maybe stay away from 6. And hey, if you have a PS2 lying around, be sure to try number 3 or number 5. 4's a kind of a mid game. 3's definitely my favorite. But hey, whatever you have the chance to play Dynasty Warriors on, be sure to give it a try. It's a great series, and I'm really looking forward to 10 coming out sometime in the future. Until next time, everybody, I hope that all of your allies view you as a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms, and that you alpha great day and an even beta tomorrow. Bye-bye!